of the sheet, draw a human body up to the chest and label the nose. Inside the mouth, at this position, draw the pharynx and label it. Below the pharynx.
So again, the teacher can play and pause the entire video at any point of time. They can move it forward, they can come backward. So the complete control remains with the teacher. But okay, then if we move on, it's not only the animations which we have here, we also have real life application, topic synopsis, mind maps, and web links. There might be a question why so many type and different types of resources. Reason to this is in a particular class, the students are of various type. Few students have a habit, or they have that, that they will see a particular video and audio and they will be able to understand. There are few students who needs to write first and then they learn it. There are few students who understand the pictorial representation of anything, right, wherein our Bloom's taxonomy comes into picture. Is the reason to consider all those types of students, we have kept all those kinds of resources as well. The next thing to look forward is the real life application. Real life application is nothing but then the examples that how that particular topic, respiration, is being related to our day-to-day life, so that the better understanding of that particular concept can be explained by the teacher for the students. Right? Now, this is again something which you will mostly get in all the subjects in the chapters as well. Topic synopsis is nothing but then the entire summary of that particular topic, so that the students can prepare notes with this. They can even be used during examination for the purpose of revision. So this can be shared with the students as well, so that it can be used by can teacher can share it in fact, and the students can use it for preparing notes, or or for the revision purpose as well. The next thing which we have is the mind map, as I told you, which is the graphical, pictorial, or the flow chart way of remembering any particular topic. So it becomes easy. We also, I've also done this, that I've drawn certain points, and so that I can easily remember what all things were there in that particular topic. Then we also have web links. Web links is nothing but then we know that there's a lot of content already present on Google. So what we have done here is we have filtered those content present on Google, and if in case the teacher wants to use this to show it to the students, they can simply, these are the web links, they can simply click and they will be taken to that, but in a new tab, the web, whatever the link is being highlighted here. So this is how we have arranged all the topics, all the chapters in a particular way. Last but not the least, sample papers. Again, I have a past year sample papers and few sample papers as well. So let's say if I click on the past year sample papers, let's say 2018. So these are solved sample papers which a teacher can even download and can even print also. If I scroll this down, I will get the answers here also. So the completely, the teacher can take use of the entire modules which are present and can even make the classroom very much interactive as well. So this is one of the class 10th. Let's say if you want, I can even highlight it in class 7th, assuming say maths as a topic. Let's say we can open simple equation, as I told you. So first is our 3D animations. Let's say if I take one of the chapter, solving an equation in one variable.
Example. Solve the linear equation x upon phi is equal to 3. Solution. X upon phi is equal to 3. Here we have x upon phi, that is 1 upon phi multiplied by x. So the coefficient of x is 1 upon phi. Now we want to get an equation in which the coefficient of x is 1. So if we multiply both sides of the equation, x upon 5 is equal to 3. By the inverse of 1 upon 5, both sides will still remain equal and the coefficient of x will become 1. So, 5 multiplied by 1 upon 5x is equal to 5 multiplied by 3, or x is equal to 15.
Fine. So this is again one of the problem solution. If I go back, I can even look out for, any integer, or there is something somebody want to say. Class 12th English. Okay. Let me take you through class 12th English once. SST. SST. Okay. Let me take you through class 12th English first. Okay. Ma'am, if you can unmute yourself and let me know that, what especially you're looking forward for.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Ma'am.
So this is Jasmine
Yes.
here, PGT English at Sapphire. So you may play any of the lessons. I just want to see the content here.
You tell me, ma'am, I should go ahead with the last
Okay,
lesson.
maybe it's last poem on Jennifer's Tigers.
Just a second, ma'am. Which poem?
So it is at serial number 11. I'm Jennifer's.
Okay, and Jennifer's Tigers. Fine. So if we have a worksheet and two resources here, I will play. So it's an overview and recitation, and then it's the explanation of paraphrasing and reference. Let me just play it once.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
No issues.
Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, Adrian Rich. In this module, you will get an overview of the poem, learn about its poet, and listen to its recitation. An overview. Written in the 1950s, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers defines certain feminist concerns, which were the and she.
I'm just fast forwarding it, ma'am, so that you can have a rough idea about it. I hope that's okay.
No problem. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
She focused on feminist themes like forced her to challenge the existing norm. Tigers prance across a screen. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Hide, hands unafraid. Got an overview of the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, learnt about its poet, and listened to its recitation.
So this was the overview and recitation. Then we can go to the paraphrasing and references.
Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, Adrian Rich. In this module, across a screen. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Aunt Jennifer is embroidering tigers on a canvas panel. These tigers have rich, healthy coats, which are of the brilliant color of topaz. The tigers are residents.
So do we have poetic devices mentioned here?
Sorry, ma'am.
So do we have poetic devices to mention here?
I didn't get that, ma'am. So this is again the word by word reference and the explanation of the entire poem is happening.
Yes, sir, definitely. This is paraphrasing. I'm talking about the figures of speech, like the poetry and the text, the prose has figures of speech even used. So because in both they are asked. So I'm just asking, do you have that also?
Okay, I will be. I'll just take it forward, ma'am, and then probably you might have a look at the
It's
same.
here, sir. I can see what poetic devices has the poet used in this
I
stanza.
hope that is there, right?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Done.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure, ma'am. Okay, we'll go to social studies class 8th now. I will go back to home, flip learn. Let me just check if it was for which class. Yeah, okay. So let me take you through class 8th, social studies. Do we have the social teacher here so that, if the teacher can suggest me any particular chapter, I can open that?
Sir, can you just go ahead with the class 10th?
Okay, ma'am. Are we okay? Let's say if I do not go
We
ahead.
want I want 8th first, followed by 10th, because Bhavna ma'am is Bhavna Kaushik ma'am. Can you please
Yes,
suggest
ma'am.
a topic?
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Uh,
Bhavna ma'am, if you
yes,
can just.
yes, sir. You can take the history chapter.
Ma'am, you can please tell me the name of that chapter.
Yes, we can take the civilizing the native, educating the nation.
Can you tell me that chapter name, ma'am? As in number?
Number is because right now some chapters had been deducted. It is chapter number 7, I believe.
Understanding marginalization.
No, no, no. This is civics, sir. I'm talking about history.
Resource and development. We've been changing world. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Here it is. Women caste reform, something like that.
Chapter number 2, civilizing the native,
Okay,
educating the
ma'am.
nation.
Done. Any particular in this any
Yes.
topic? How the British saw education? How what happened to the local
Yes,
schools?
we can start with the first topic.
Okay, ma'am.
The British attitude and methods of education. In this module, you learn about the British attitude and methods of introducing education in colonial India. The British had different ideas regarding the introduction of education in India. Some felt that Indians should be taught the science and philosophy of India, while others felt that Indians had to be civilized, and this could be done only by teaching them the language. In 1783, believed that Indians should be taught their own science and philosophy. He also began studying the ancient Indian texts on religion, philosophy, law, etc. Researchers.
I'm
The
just
main
fast
aim of
forwarding it, ma'am, so that you can have
with
a
this
rough
view,
idea.
a
Sure.
madrasa was set up in Calcutta in 1781 for the study of Kurdish, Arabic, Sanskrit, and Persian. Saw India as an uncivilized country, which in comparison, it would then make them civilized and would change their values and culture. Issued by Charles Wood to India to outline the education policy. It was believed that European teaching would improve the moral character of India. Calcutta for the study of Persian, Arabic, and Islamic law, while the Hindu College was established in Benares to encourage the study of ancient Sanskrit texts. James Mill, who strongly attacked the Orientalists, believed that Indians should be taught the scientific, and in 1854, the Court of Directors of the East India Company sent the Woods Dispatch issued.
So at the end of the chapter, you will also get a recall that what you have learned. I hope, ma'am, that's fine with you.
That is fine, sir. We have the the PPT and the question answers also
I'll
in
show
this?
you, ma'am. We have the topic synopsis, as I mentioned, which is the summary of only this particular topic, right? So you have this topic synopsis portion here. You will also get, interactive worksheets as well. So again, click the correct option. So wherein you can, interact with the students. And you'll also find the mind map. So topic synopsis and everything will be there with almost all the subject and the chapters.
Okay,
Can
sir.
we edit the synopsis? If we required, can we edit it?
No, ma'am. Right now we haven't given that option, but then definitely I can take this as a feedback and I can share it with the tech team that, in case the teachers want.
What
Yeah.
I feel that sometimes we, for
Yeah,
example,
that I completely agree with you, ma'am. I completely buy that point of yours that sometimes, the teacher might feel it is too less or too more, or they want to, just make it a little simple language or a little difficult language. So I completely agree with your point on that note.
thank you.
Okay. Some teacher was saying something from class 10th.
Yeah, 10th social science now, please.
Sure.
And I
History.
want it from 12th also.
Sure, ma'am. I will go ahead for this. History, civics, history or geography.
So go ahead with the history. Chapter number 1, nationalism in Europe.
The rise of nationalism in Europe. Which topic, ma'am?
Go ahead with the making of nationalism in Europe.
Second one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nationalism in Europe. In this module, you learn about the rise of nationalism in Europe. Nationalism refers to the sense of having a common national identity and history among the citizens of a nation. Nationalism began in Europe with the French Revolution in 1789 and resulted in the emergence of a nation state in which a centralized body elected by the citizens has the sovereign ideas such as la patrie or the fatherland, and les citoyens or the citizens were introduced to create a sense of collective identity and a common language, French, was introduced throughout the country. By the mid-18th century and the early 19th century, the spread of industrialization to all parts of Europe brought about ideas of liberalism. Liberalism tolerate criticism, and they imposed a censorship on the ideas of liberalism and freedom. This led to the setting up of secret societies. By the last quarter of the 19th century, nationalism lost its liberal democratic sentiment. Nationalist groups. However, the nationalities that broke away. Napoleon introduced the Civil Code of 1804, which banned all privileges based on birth and established equality before law and the right to property. By the mid-18th century and the early 19th, the tension during that time was most serious in the Balkans region, which was under the Ottoman Empire.
I hope that's fine, ma'am.
That's good, sir. Can you just show me one of the worksheet which you have for this?
Okay, ma'am. I will show you the topic synopsis first. So this is again the entire summary.
Okay.
Worksheet again for this is, again I have to go back. We chose this chapter. No, we chose chapter
No,
first,
we
right?
have to, yeah. Please.
Yeah. So we have worksheets and practice assignments here. So we have board questions here, practice assignments. These are printable worksheets as well.
Okay.
Fine, ma'am.
Very, very nice, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You also wanted for class 12th?
I want for class
Yes, sir.
11 political science if you have.
Sorry, ma'am. Come again, please.
For 11th and 12th political science.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
11th political science. Which chapter?
Election and representation, chapter number 2.
Second. Okay. Which topic?
Election and democracy.
First. Okay, ma'am. Election and democracy. I'll play this.
Election and democracy. In this module, we will discuss the types of democracy and the role of elections in a democracy. What is your idea of democracy and elections? Do you think one can exist without the other? If we do not have elections, can we be a democratic nation? This is all. There are two types of democracy: direct and indirect. In a direct democracy, all citizens take part in all decisions that are made by the state every day. In short, direct democracy is an impractical option in a country with several crores of people in it. Therefore, people need someone to represent them to govern a country. Citizens do not participate directly in running a country. They are not involved in making all decisions or formulating policies. Representatives play such an important role, the process by which they are elected becomes an extremely critical democracy. Yes, they can. There are many countries that are non-democratic and yet they hold elections. Actually, holding elections often conveys the sense of it is connected to the concept of constitution. Every constitution formulates laws and process of choosing representatives, process of counting votes and electing representatives. Of counting votes and electing representatives
helps in formulating a fair election process. Direct democracy is where people directly take part in all decisions on running a country. In an indirect democracy, people choose representatives and therefore take an indirect role in the decision-making process. Election is the process by which citizens choose their representatives. Constitutions have laid down laws for nations.
I hope, ma'am, that was fine.
Yes, sir, that was very nice. Thank you so much, sir.
Great, ma'am.
Will you
Okay.
please show me 12th?
12th, political science itself?
Yep.
Okay, ma'am. Political science. Which chapter? Which? Tell me.
As per the change, it is not like that. The
I
entire
understand.
thing changed.
Ma'am, that
So
can
right
be
now,
that can be done. That can be done. So do not worry on to it. I understand
no,
there might be few chapters, which have been removed now.
no, it has not been removed. It has been merged. For
Okay.
example, era of one party dominance is no more there. It is merged with recent development in this.
Indian politics.
Yep, there are so many things has been merged.
That we can do it, ma'am. That's not a problem for
So,
me.
okay, show me the era of one party dominance.
Which topic, ma'am?
Emergence of opposition.
Emerge of opposition parties.
Emergence of opposition parties in India. In this module, you will learn about emergence and significance of opposition parties in India in the decades after independence. In post-independence India, Congress was the dominant party. For several decades, it dominated the Indian politics, but not in the absence of opposition parties. In fact, a few of these opposition parties came into being even before the first general elections of 1952. Later, in the 60s and 70s, these parties played a crucial role in national politics. In fact, it is in token representation of opposition in Lok Sabha and state assemblies. The opposition parties, they only secured a nominal representation. They kept a firm check on the ruling party and often reshuffled its balance of power. Turning anti-democratic or dictatorial. Further, these parties groomed their opposition leaders, shared mutual respect. The interim government, formed soon after independence, included in the cabinet tolerance. Nehru invited socialist leaders like Jayaprakash Narayan to join him as a mark of decline of Congress dominance. The gradual rise of the opposition parties can be attributed to the steady decline of Congress' ability to accommodate diverse parties have made their presence felt since India gained independence. Ruling party and opposition had mutual respect. Dr. Ambedkar and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. After Nehru, Congress lost dominance and opposition gained momentum.
I hope that was okay, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The content is not at all relevant.
Okay.
First thing, the
Ma'am,
symbol
there
that
are other videos as well in that
No,
particular.
let me tell you. The first thing that you have used is the Congress symbol of the recent time. At that point of time, the Congress symbol, when you are talking about this particular space, you have to use the Congress symbol, which is a pair of bullock. So how can you use a Congress as a symbol as a hand? It was not at all there, because the time we are talking about, we have to take these things into the mind. So please,
Okay,
you
ma'am.
have to
I will definitely note this, and I will take it as a correction point or as a note your end. Thank you, ma'am. That at least you highlighted this.
Sir, can we have something of English for class 8?
Sure, ma'am. Let me just open.
Sir, I want to see a lesson as well as a grammar topic.
I will be able to show you, ma'am, grammar, but for
Okay.
lesson, I am not sure because there are different publications, because
All
even
right.
class 8, I cannot say that this is, but
Okay.
every school uses. So if it is there,
So
let
for
me
for grammar, sir, you can show me tenses.
tenses. Okay, first. I will show you tenses, ma'am, just a second. Tenses, perfect and simple tense. Okay.
Present perfect tense. In this module, you learn about the structure and the use of present perfect tense. We use present perfect tense to indicate actions which happened in the past but have an effect in the present. For example, the cycle is bumped into a vegetable cart. The tomatoes have rolled across the road. Arun has broken the flower vase. In the given sentences, the highlighted words are in the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense also describes an action that has just happened or had happened, but its exact time is not mentioned. The word perfect means complete. Therefore, in the present perfect tense, actions have been completed, but their effects can be seen in the present. The table shows the third form of some of the verbs, which you may want to commit to memory. See the formation of sentences in present perfect tense. Note how the auxiliary verbs are changing in accordance with the subject of the sentence. Is depicting the time when the yellow t-shirt was bought. The present perfect tense is used to inform about a completed action whose time is not mentioned. For example, I've bought this yellow jacket. Now, when this yellow jacket was bought has not been mentioned. The present perfect tense is formed with the auxiliary verbs has or have, followed by the third form of the main verb. We use the simple past tense to show an action whose time about a completed action whose time is not mentioned.
Fine, ma'am, with the tenses.
Yes, sir. And what about the worksheet, sir?
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Do we have worksheets also for this?
Sure. Yeah. So we have a lot of worksheets in practice. Just a second. Yeah, I will take you through this. So these are all the practice assignments. You can even download this as well. You can even download this and you can share it with the students. And you even have the answers for the same as well.
All right.
Fine, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir, for this. And
Okay.
if not for class 8, can I see some lesson for class 9?
Sure, ma'am. 9th English. Tell me, ma'am. Behave.
Yeah, beehive, sir. And sir, the lesson could be my childhood.
My childhood. In this module, you will understand APJ Abdul Kalam's autobiographical excerpt, My Childhood, and learn the meanings of some new words along with their pronunciation. Understanding the excerpt. Let's understand the excerpt. My Childhood is an excerpt from Wings of Fire, an autobiography of the former President of India. His family led a simple life. Kalam describes himself as a short boy. Kalam earned his first wages when he started helping his cousin, Samsuddin, by catching the newspaper pilgrims and tourists, and Siva Prakasan became a caterer. Kalam narrates how he grew up in a world that was free of religious dictates, involving his science teacher, Siva Subramanya. Concept. Word, pronunciation, meaning. Erstwhile. Erstwhile. Former. Innate. Casual. Kalam describes his childhood experiences. Kalam grew up in Rameswaram, a small island town in Madras. His family led a simple life. Kalam describes two incidents that impacted his young, impressionable mind. One was about his
Fine, ma'am. So there are topic synopsis as well with this.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for this. And can I see some worksheets for literature for this lesson only?
Sure,
What
ma'am.
kind of worksheets do we have?
So these are the kind of worksheets which we have here.
Okay, none of them are MCQ based?
MCQ based, ma'am. Let me just to check. So these are again, just a second. These are all subjective ones. For this, no, for this we do not have MCQ types.
So, sir, can you put this as a proposal then?
Sure,
If we
ma'am.
can have some MCQ
can,
sheets also.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
thank you so much,
That
sir.
down as
Thank you.
well.
Thank you.
This was class
Anybody
9th,
else?
ma'am, right?
Anybody else? Any other teacher wants to see
Because
anything?
otherwise,
Sir, can you show me
Can you-
something for computer science of class 10?
okay, ma'am. Computer science of class. I'll tell you one more thing, teachers. In case, if anything is missing here, see, I understand there might be few things missing. They find me. There might be few things which you were not expecting will be there. Then in that case, and that was I'm telling you, there is a platform also attached apart from this digital content. So what a teacher can even do is they can add anything also by their own, and they can remove also if they do not want anything from here. Fine.
What about accountancy? What about economics of 12th and 11th and 10th? And what about math?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to see accountancy stuff also.
So,
Accountancy
can we have
for class 11th.
Class 12, sir. Accountancy part B. You can open. Like which book will be referred here?
I have opened, ma'am. You can tell me. One is double entry bookkeeping. Second is analysis of financial statement.
That is financial statements of a company.
Okay. Which topic, ma'am? First or second?
It can be first.
Okay.
Types of financial statements.
financial statements, objectives and types. In this module, you will learn
Not this, sir.
the
Please
objectives
show me
of
the format of balance sheet.
Okay.
Company's balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
Yes.
balance sheet. In this module, you will learn about a balance sheet and its
Sir, this is also old version. It's not a new version. 3-4 years back it had come. The new version.
status of its assets.
I can just fast forward it, ma'am, and you can just check whether it's still.
This is a horizontal type of balance sheet, but now it's vertical in companies at 2013.
Okay.
So it's the older version and very old, I should say.
Fine, ma'am. So you're looking forward for there is something
And
new.
profit and loss account also, sir. You can show maybe.
Just a second.
This is also.
Let me write that too as well. Yeah.
The aim of any business is to make the desired amount of profit at the end of a financial year or accounting year. All business activities revolve around the objective of making a profit. To know the profit or loss position in their business organizations Prepare a final statement called a profit and loss account. A profit and loss account shows whether a
This
business
is also
has
old,
made
sir.
a
This is not
profit
according to the new version. And many years back, it had been updated.
Okay, ma'am. So probably you're trying to say is the balance sheet and profit and loss is something which we need.
Company one is a different one. Yes, it's for the
Okay.
regular normal business sole proprietorship. It goes like this, but for company, the updated one should be there.
Okay.
And can you show me, sir, the some worksheet, etc.
For the same, ma'am.
Yeah.
No,
No, you can show maybe you can show me share capital in that case, company account, share capital, and there you can show the worksheet.
So let me take you through. There's a lot of topic here. Okay.
You can show me issue of and accounting entries for issue of shares at par, 8.6.
share capital. In this module, you will learn about the treatment of issue of shares in cash to the public to become shareholders of a company. This process is called issue of share capital. Usually, a company issues shares in cash. The shares may be issued at face value or above the face value, called shares issued at a premium, or below the face value.
Now
All
this
the
is also not
collected
updated
from the
at discount. Is it not allowed now to issue shares?
Okay. So what I will do
The
is
data needs to be
fine. So what I'll do is I'll share one demo ID and password, right? So that meanwhile you can go through the the entire content portion. Let me just to take you through the platform portion wherein let's say if anything you think is not relevant or is old, you can even add by your own. So let me take you through that platform so that you'll be able to know that how a teacher can add or conduct live lectures also with the help of the platform itself.
So can you show me a worksheet also of the same the topic? Share capital only.
Any which ways, ma'am, I'll share the ID and password with you. You can even explore it through your mobile app as well. Which topic it was?
Share capital, issue of shares for cash. 8.6 it was.
Okay.
Accounting for share capital.
8.6. So for this, we have topic synopsis and mind maps, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show me computer science.
Computer science, ma'am. Computer science, I guess you're using Python, right?
Yes.
Python will not be there, ma'am. I am telling you that.
What is
please
there
show
in
for
that?
class 10th if possible, computer science.
That is what I have opened, ma'am.
So can we have a 12th economics?
I'll tell you what. See, if we go with like this session will never come to an end. I will share the ID and password with you all. You can have a look at the content by your own. So that will not be a problem because I would like to go through if we can go to the platform portion because that will also take around good half an hour again. Because if we go ahead and going, I don't have any issue. If you have time, I'm completely fine with it.
So show me computer science for class 10 one.
Ma'am, I told you Python, you will not find it here. Again, you can add
No, actually, sir, there is no Python in class 10. It's in 12th. For class 10, it's
this is class 12. This is class 10th, which I have.
No. You have ICT. In there are three different element of computer science in 12 in 10th. So either there is FIT, there is information technology. You are using ICT.
Yeah, we are giving ICT.
Upgrade. Yes, you have to upgrade if your entire thing as because some of the school are using ICT, some of the school are using FIT, some of the school are using IT.
Is
only.
the reason, madam, I am telling you, Aditi ma'am, that is the reason I want you all to take you through the platform wherein I can show you that how even a teacher can add anything by their own. Is the reason we are not, that is what I'm trying to explain. We are not keeping things limited here. We are giving that liberty that a teacher can add their own content as well. So that once the, in case if anything is missing, if there's little less, you can even do all those changes by your own.
I am not talking about something less or something I think. I am saying that you are lagging with the subject itself.
That I
You
got
are
it, ma'am.
lagging with the subject
I have written that feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can we have a look for a 12th economics?
Sure, sir. Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, it's 11th. It's showing the 11th content.
Which, sir?
Sir, you are showing the content of 11th.
This is, sir, this is 11th and 12th. Recent, I guess last year there are few chapters from 11th has been moved to 12th, and from few content has been taken to 11th.
Whole book is now shifted. Now
So
it's in 11th. Microeconomics is now in 11th.
So I will show you class 11th concepts, sir. Then you will be able to relate it for class 12th. Just a second, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we have an infrastructure look over? I want to look over infrastructure, sir.
This one, 9th?
Infrastructure, yes, sir.
Topic?
Sir, it's energy. Sir, it's already deleted from this year, this portion, but it's shown in your...
That's what I'm telling you. You can do it. You can delete it from your own module. That's not an issue. Tell me what I can show.
Sir, show me health structure.
Infrastructure, health. In this module, you will learn about status of health, indicators of health, and issues concerning women health in India. Health is an important component of social infrastructure. It is basically a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. It is not only the absence of disease, but also the ability to realize one's potential. Health is a holistic process related to the overall growth and development of a nation. Good health enhances the quality of life of population. In setting up and implementing plans and policies for health improvement.
So do you have a role of private sector in health as a content?
About half the total population in India. They suffer from many disadvantages as compared to men, whether in the areas of education, participation in economic activities, or healthcare. The deterioration in the child sex ratio from 945 in 1990 mortality rate, life expectancy, and nutrition levels along with in 1986 to 24% in 2003. Since government-run hospitals.
So statistical data is too old.
See, sir, that is definitely, I will accept that, because see, every year removing and adding that is a task for any organization. It's not only about flip learn, fine. Be it you take across through any organization, you will find a little bit of repetitive or old data only, because every year creating, the appropriate content, something which is not possible for any organization. So that's what I'm telling you. You can insert your YouTube link, you can create any content of your own. Is the reason I'm looking forward to go ahead and move through the platform access, wherein I can show you how all these things can be done as well.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Sure. Thank you. So this was Flip Learn Prime, which we saw. The next thing which you get here is the Access Your School Studies, live class, learning content, homework, and test. So here FPS is nothing but the short form of Flip Learn Public School. Your case, it will be your school name and your school logo. Now, as I told you, there is no restriction in Flip Learn Prime. Irrespective of class, teacher or a subject teacher you will be having the content access for all the classes. But if I go to FPS, wherein I will land into a flip learn edge, wherein I will be giving a restriction to the particular teachers. I am muting everyone. In case of any doubt, just unmute yourself. Fine. So if I click on my course, so the teacher will be having limited access. When I say limited access, which means if you are taking class 9th A, 10th A, 11th A, say mathematics. So under my course, you will only see 9th A, 10th A, and 11th A mathematics as a subject only. Now let's say if I go to English grammar class 8th. Once I enter into English grammar class 8th, I can do anything, whatever I want. Simply, I have to click onto the screen color icon, which says turn editing on. Fine. Now I can even rename the chapter as the teachers told that this is not there, this is there or not. I can even edit the entire sections as well. So let's say if I have to rename, I'll click onto this pencil icon. Let's say verb and its noun. I will only keep it as verbs, and I can rename the chapter as well. The entire activity which your teacher is doing will start reflecting on their timeline, the way we have our Facebook. So if I scroll this down, there are a lot of activities because this is a demo ID. Now at the end of every chapter, I will take you a little, yeah. So this is chapter 2. Now again, I have topic synopsis, animation, real life application. Now, if as a teacher, I want a particular animation to show it to the students first, and then let the students see the same in their IDs, I can even go to edit. If I want, I can delete, which is, let's say, a lot of teachers said it is no more there in the syllabus, or I can hide it from the student profile. So it is mentioned here, hidden from students. So that is again up to me, whatever I want to do. Let's say once I have taught and I want this video to be visible, I can simply click on show and the content will be visible to the students. As I told you, at the end of every chapter, you will get an option of add an activity or resource. If I click onto this, I see forum, homework, live class. When I say live class, it includes your Google Meet and Microsoft Team, quiz, and Zoom meeting. Also, a teacher can upload any file, complete folder, can create any video through page, and can even insert any URL through this URL option as well. How are we conducting live lecture right now in this school? Can anybody answer me that? You can
Through Zoom.
Okay, done. So generally what you're doing right now is that you're going to Zoom platform, going creating or going to schedule a meeting, then you schedule a lecture, then you copy invitation and share it on WhatsApp with the students. Here the teacher do not have to do anything like that. You will be within FlipLearn platform and you can create a live lecture or schedule a live lecture for Zoom. Let's say if I go to Zoom meeting, click on to add. The only mandatory thing here is topic, which is the name of my live lecture, and that's it. So let's say if I want to give this as live lecture, English grammar.
What will be the time limit of this case? In this case,
I am coming
normally
to that, ma'am.
40
I'm coming to that, Aditi, ma'am. Now, under description, as a teacher, I can again attach anything, be it a PDF, Word, audio, video, Excel, whatever file I want. If I even want the students to see any FlipLearn content first, I can even do that too. Or let's say if I want to record my own audio and video immediately, I can do that too. For example, I'll record an audio. Dear students, please keep your mic on mute and camera on while joining the live lecture. So I'll stop this and then I will attach this recording. So I have attached this recording of mine. Now you can schedule this, say for today, tomorrow, at whatever time you want, whatever day you want. Let's say I'm keeping it for 6 p.m. What should be the duration? If you want it for 40 minutes, you can keep it for 40 minutes. If you want it for an hour, you can keep it for an hour. That is again up to you. If you want any password, let it be, as in what all, the advanced option of Zoom you're using, you'll be able to do the same thing. Simply click on save and display and your live lecture is scheduled. Now you do not have to copy any link, copy it and then share it with the students. The students automatically get a notification in their mobile app and they will automatically get a join link option in their profile as well. Moreover, they will be also in a position to hear this recording before joining the live lecture as well. For example, dear students, please keep your mic on mute and camera on while joining the live lecture. So this is how the live lecture can be scheduled. Let me quickly log out and show it from the student profile, that how the student will get this notification as. Now this is the student profile. Student name is student5.demo. Now whatever live lecture I have already scheduled in that particular class. So say I can see I have created live lecture English grammar right now, which will start in 57 minutes and 22 seconds. The moment it goes live, the student get an icon here of join class. They immediately will click onto this and they will be taken to the Zoom platform to start their or to join their live lecture. I will log out from the student profile and will log in with the student teacher ID again. Any doubt now, if you have. Aditi ma'am, any doubt if you have?
No.
So what is the maximum duration of this class? What can be
Ma'am,
the
see,
maximum?
I am not putting any limitation here. Whatever things you were doing it with Zoom initially, right, which you are doing right now, the same thing you will be able to do it on our platform with Zoom as well. I am not giving any advantage. I am not even taking any rights that you can't do now. So everything which you've been doing, that you will be able to do it in a similar way. I will show you the live lecture which I have created now will start reflecting on your timeline as a of the teacher. So live lecture, English grammar. I can go back here. I can change the order also. If I want to bring it at the top, I can do that too. Now this is how you can schedule your live lecture. Let me take you through the homework portion. Again, I'll click on to homework, click on to add. Again, the only thing which I have to do here is name this homework. Let me give this English grammar and today's date. Now again, in the description portion, as I said, you can simply click on to insert or edit image to add anything. You can click on to browse repositories. You can go to flip learn content, select any class, select any subject. You can select that chapter, you can select worksheets, you can select video, you can select a topic synopsis, whatever you want, you can do it as per your choice. Or even if you want to upload any image from your own laptop, desktop, anything, anywhere, or your mobile phone, you can even do that too. For example, if I want to insert an image, I can simply click on to upload this file and I can save. So this will be there as a description. If I want to delete, simply I can press it back and it will be deleted as well. The best portion is, again, let's say if I want to insert any YouTube link here, I will go to YouTube, copy that link, will paste it here. The best part is once the student open this link, they will be not taken to the YouTube platform. They will be able to see this video within the FlipLearn platform itself. Now I have given these things under description. Let me go to timing. So at what time the homework should be open and at what time the homework should get closed. I will simply click on enable option. Will choose, let's say I'm giving a 24 hours time for the students to complete this entire homework. And then I will click on to save and add question. So I have created one homework. Now I will add a few questions. To add questions, a teacher have two options. Either they can create their own questions or they can choose it from the question bank which we already have, right? Let me create a new question. So there are many types of questions a teacher can even create. A multiple choice, true, false, match the column, short answer type, or even essay type. Let me show you one essay type first. Add. Again, what is this question name? Let's say I'll give it as essay type. What is the question text? This time I want to write it by my own, or I can even insert anything, whatever I want. So write an essay on your school. Default marks, I can change it to 10. Now, response option. Now, because this is essay type, or probably the Hindi or the maths teacher or the science teacher specifically, they would like the students to write this thing on their notebook, click an image, and then upload it. Fine. So there are many options which I am giving here as a teacher to the students. If I do not want any attachment, I want the student should write, because this is essay, within the platform, I can give them to 40 lines option. If I want any attachment, I can allow 1, 2, 3, or unlimited. Let's say 1. How many attachments are actually as in mandatory? So I can keep 1, 2, or 3 as in one attachment should be there. Otherwise, it will not be accepting the answer. What should be the format type of that attachment which the child is submitting? So I can choose. I can choose anything, be it audio, video, image, Excel, PDF, web file. At the end of the day, my motto is that the child should be able to submit his answer. Even your dance and music teacher can also use this platform, because we are supporting all the audio files and the video files as well. To be on a safer side, the teacher can simply click on all file types, save changes, and will simply click on to save changes, and my question will be created. I can see my question is created now. Now, the best part is every time a teacher creates a question, automatically this question gets added to my question bank, right? Now, let's see if I want to add any question from my question bank. Now, the best part here is that the question bank have these questions as per the chapter wise. For example, this was grammar. I can choose nouns, and I can simply select, randomly 1 or 2, 4 questions. I can add it to my question homework portion, and then I can create quickly a good homework within a fraction of 2 to 3 minutes. I can even click on shuffle. What shuffle will do here is that it will automatically change the question number for all the students. For example, roll number 1 might not get essay type as their first question. Roll number 5 might have some different. So the pattern of the questions will get changed in terms of order. And I will simply click on save here. Now, let me log in with the student ID and show you how the students will be able to attempt the same. Any doubt till now, while creating homework? Any teacher?
Regarding question examination section or
I'll come to question examination section also, Aditi ma'am. Right now, I am still into the homework. The child will also click onto that dashboard, will go to my courses, or even can go to events up to the student. So I am showing you why through courses, the student also get the entire the activities to attempt, right? Now I have created one homework. Definitely it will be at the end. So English grammar, 7th December 2020. I'll click onto this. This was
Sir, how will we add maps as a homework?
As an image, I will show you while doing that examination. I'll show you that. Now, this was the YouTube link. So any video which I am adding it from YouTube will be embedded within my platform, and I can play as a student here. I don't have to go to separately in a new tab of YouTube wherein I'm watching this video as a student, but then there are some suggestions also, so that that child is only involved into YouTube and he forgets to complete that particular homework. I can zoom in this screen also if I want, and I can go back. Fine. Now attempts 1. This homework is already open, and this homework will close on 8th of December at 5:04 p.m. Attempt homework now. So as I told you, I created first question as essay type, but as a student, I'm getting the first question as some random, question. I am just randomly giving some answers. Then next page. Now I have got my this essay type question, write an essay on your school. So as a student, I can even type it here that my school name is, whatever it is. Or now, because I have kept attachment mandatory is the reason I'm getting this option here. So I'll click on to this, will choose a file from my mobile phone or a laptop, whatever it is. I will simply click and add anything as an attachment and will upload this file. So as an attachment, the child will click on to finish attempt, submit all and finish. So this is wow, the child has completed this homework. Now I can see first as a student, first, second, third, fourth, all questions are correct. But then fifth is white in color because that was a subjective answer and the teacher needs to evaluate the same, right? So until and unless the teacher evaluates the same, the child will not be able to see his or her grades. So I will log out from the student ID again. We'll log in with the teacher ID and show you how the teacher will be able to view the same thing. Again, I'll go to my courses, English grammar. Now, as a teacher, I can see attempts 1, which means out of entire group of students I have, one child or student have attempted this. So I will simply click on to attempts 1. If I scroll this down, I am able to see the name of the child who has attempted this is the student5.demo. In out of which his first question needs grading, rest all the other questions are right. I can simply go to review attempt option and I'll be able to see the attempt of this student, which what he or she has done. Now this was my essay type question, the attachment. I can click, can read it. If I want type to download, I can download it, print it, whatever I want. I can go back. Then there is an option of make comment or override mark. I will simply click here. I can write, record, attach anything, whatever I want. Let's say I want to give a feedback only as good attempt and I will give him 8 out of 10 and save. Once I have done this, I will click on finish review. And the grading of this student is being done. So I can see the first question, he has scored 5.75 and a yellow tick because that was partially correct. That was not completely correct is the reason he has scored a yellow tick. If it was wrong, then it would have been a red tick. Now let me quickly take you through the examination. Yes, Aditi ma'am, you had certain doubts in terms of examination. So in case if you were going through, I'll be able to take the same. Aditi ma'am.
Yes, sir. Show me
ma'am what?
Examination section.
Fine. So the quiz or the examination section is the same. We'll add. Now the examination and homework remains in a similar way. There is only one thing, in fact, two things which gets added here. So let's say, let me write it as half yearly examination. Under description, ma'am, you wanted to know that how the teacher can use map. You can simply click on to image, browse repository, wherever in your laptop, desktop you have saved your map. You can, let's say, I guess I assume I already had a map. Yeah. I can use this map. So once the students are going to use, see, they will be able to see it in the description. You can even add it while creating questions also. So that's not an issue. Now under timing, again, I will enable. So I'm giving a 24 hours time for the students even to complete their exam, because at times the student might come up to me saying, my parent or my father was not there. So I was not having a smartphone, internet connection was not there, XYZ things. Now we have an additional thing, which is a time limit. So in the time limit, I can choose the examination duration of 30 minutes. So irrespective of whatever time the child is going to attempt this exam, he has to complete it within 30 minutes. So let's say if he's going to attempt tonight at 9 p.m., this will automatically get over at 9:30, irrespective of whether he has completed it or not. Now, to give it a little more interesting, we have given a condition. What happens when time expires, which means this 30 minutes. So open attempts are submitted automatically, which means, let's say out of 30 questions, the child was only able to complete 25 in 30 minutes and the time got over. In that case, the open attempts, which means those 25 questions will be submitted automatically and his scoring will be done accordingly. The second option is there is a grace period when open attempts can be submitted, but no more questions answered, which means as a teacher, I will give 5 minutes, 1 hour, 10 minutes. That is up to me as a teacher. Additional grace period so that the child can simply submit all the questions which they have answered. Or if I am a little strict teacher, I can put up condition number 3, attempts must be submitted before time expires or they are not counted. Which means, let's say the child out of 30 question has completed 29, but he was not able to click on submit all and finish. In that case, he will be scoring 0 because none of the attempts will show as attempted. So let me be on a neutral phase. Open attempts are submitted automatically. What should be the question behavior? So the questions will shuffle within, that is again an option I want to keep. Review option. Now what happens once this question attempts have been done, whether the student should be able to see their marks, whether they should be aware whether the answer is correct or not, all these things will depend on me as a teacher. If I want them to see the right answer or not, that is again up to me as a teacher. I can do all these things and I can quickly click on save and display.
What about the uploadation section? If I want my student to upload the entire thing, how will they do it?
I just away showed it to you, ma'am.
That no, in examination part.
Examination also, ma'am, the things will remain same. So again here, the
one
same.
More thing. One
Sorry?
more thing.
Yeah.
Can your some of the examination section is restricting the browser element? So if
No. That is fine, ma'am. You can open it in any browser, be it Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Firefox, Safari.
But sometimes what happens if I want my student to restrict their cheating part, कि अगर वो इसमें खुला हुआ है, then they should not open any other web or they should not copy or something. Is there these things are enabled in your?
See, ma'am, again, that is something which, if the child is any which way is attempting on phone, it will be little difficult for him to, open in another new tab or, Google it. अगर ये चीज मैं enable नहीं भी करता हूँ, for example, let's say if you're saying, and if the child actually have that intention of doing cheating, he will simply have a one more mobile phone and he can do it. Right, so you cannot stop, but then if
I know that, but the thing is that I just want whether your system, whether
the child can open any new tab. That is something which a child can do at any point of time. But then I am giving him that particular limitation, time limit, that in that particular time limit, that examination has to be completed.
And what about the question? Can I do that? The question, if I am giving a time limit of a question, which is happening, that after that the question will not be displayed. So can it be done?
Yeah, that you can do. So you can see what you can do is you can give a time limit of 15 minutes to the entire examination. Fine. And you can put 20 questions. Let's say once 15 minutes are over, the child will not be any which ways in a position to reattempt the test or the examination.
Okay.
That I will show you. Let me just simply create few questions from the question bank, so that let me do it quickly. Let's say I will add articles. 4 questions. Now even I can change this marks also of the questions at any point of time. Let's say if I want this from 5 marks, I wanted to change it to 10, I can even do that too. save. So this is one examination. I will go back to the student ID, will log in and will show you. FPS. So the student will go to my courses, English grammar. So now I can see half yearly examination. For the student, he has not yet attempted. So not attempted, due on 8th September. I will go. I can see that map. And I can start attempt. Before that, I have that instructions. The quiz has a time limit of 30 minutes. Time will count down from the moment you start your attempt, and you must submit before it expires. So start attempt. Now I can see there is a timer already started. Time left to 29 minutes, 53 seconds, 52 seconds. So automatically it has started. Let me quickly answer few of the questions. What are the three types of tenses? Let's say present, past, and future. Submit test. So submit all and finish. Now, because this was examination, the moment child has submitted, he is not able to see any of the things, as in whether the attempts were right or wrong, whether how much he has scored, nothing. So the child is not in a position to see anything, whatever they are looking forward for. So this is how, again, the teacher can go back to this. We can go back to this teacher ID and we can see how much the child had scored. English grammar. Now I can see as a teacher 1 of 20 attempted, which means one child has attempted this. I will go to attempts. Now I can automatically see that his first question is right, rest all the questions are wrong. If I want to review, I can even review the attempt, that why it was wrong. And even if I want to regrade it, let's say, right, so I can even regrade the questions as well. So that's not an option, or rescoring of that particular. So this is how the examination and the evaluation of the students within the platform can be done. So any doubt in terms of examination? Any teacher? You can unmute yourself. I've kept everyone on mute.
Actually, once we do it with this entire password and all this, then only I will be able to say whether it is up to the mark or not. Till now, it is okay.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you so much for your feedback. Any other teacher, anything else?
Mr. Saraj, do we have anything in Hindi for the classes?
Ma'am, we do have Hindi. I'll show you. Let's say any specific class, Deepika, ma'am?
Maybe
Yes,
7th or 8th. Jyoti Joshi,
10th
ma'am, would you
also,
like to
ma'am,
say
I think.
something? Jyoti,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
7th, 8th,
7th or 8th, right?
And 10th also, sir.
I'll start with 10th on that note then. Hindi. So this is course A, which is all grammar. This is course B, which is, I don't know, Ling. And this is your all that diary cake, patra, to, pat. Tell me what to open.
Dohe, 11, number 11.
Okay.
बिहारी के दोहे व्याख्या इस मॉड्यूल में आप बिहारी द्वारा रचित दोहे की सप्रसंग व्याख्या, कठिन शब्द और प्रश्न उत्तर पढ़ेंगे। प्रस्तुत दोहे की सप्रसंग व्याख्या इस प्रकार है। प्रसंग। प्रस्तुत पंक्तियां हमारी पाठ्य पुस्तक स्पर्श के दोहे पाठ से ली गई हैं। इसके रचयिता बिहारी हैं। इसमें कवि ने श्री कृष्ण के सौंदर्य का अद्भुत वर्णन किया है। व्याख्या। कवि ने इस दोहे में कृष्ण के सुंदर रूप का वर्णन बहुत ही प्रभाव आती है कि उन्होंने मुरली नहीं चुराई है। इन पंक्तियों में कवि ने नायिका की मनस्थिति का प्रभावशाली चित्रण किया है। राम राम लिखने से कुछ नहीं होता है। अर्थ है कृष्ण। केशव राय का पाठ के दीर्घ प्रश्नों को कुछ संकेत बिंदु। प्रश्न 2। बिहारी ने गर्मी के भीषण प्रभाव का वर्णन किस प्रकार किया है? पाठ के आधार।
Was it okay, ma'am?
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So we have things in Hindi. Again, for class 7th and 8th, grammar will be there definitely. But then again, for the literature portion comes with a publication. So that might be thing, which might not match.
So NCERT is not here.
Ma'am, if you can just check, I have no clue about 8th.
Yes.
Though we have tried our level best.
I think है NCERT Poonam ma'am, है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Mix actually.
Yeah. Because ma'am, few of these schools, they do not follow. So is the reason it becomes very difficult to match with every publisher. So I can even Sur Ke Pad Kavita I can play.
Class 8.
Yeah, this is class 8th.
सूरदास के पद व्याख्या। इस मॉड्यूल में आप सूरदास द्वारा रचित सूरदास के पद की सप्रसंग व्याख्या, कठिन शब्द और प्रश्न उत्तर पढ़ेंगे। प्रस्तुत पद की सप्रसंग व्याख्या। इसमें कवि ने बताया है कि कृष्ण अपनी मां यशोदा से अपनी प्रसंग। इन पंक्तियों में कविता की भाषा सरल, सहज और बोधकर है। छीका जिसमें दूध दही रखा जाता है। उत्तर। कृष्ण दूध की अपेक्षा दूध दही मक्खन का गिर जाना।
Fine, ma'am. So you have your, Shabdarth and your question answers also part of the video itself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Done.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. I will share one demo ID, hope maybe with Sujit, and he will be in a position to share it with Dipti ma'am if required, Deepika ma'am. And this is what we have to present as a FlipLearn platform, which includes your digital content from pre-primary till class 12, along with the LMS platform through which a live lecture can be created, attendance, your homework, your examination, and the evaluation of the students can also be done. Fine. So thank you so very much. It was been good, almost 1.5 hours of conversation, and thank you for the feedbacks. Aditi ma'am, thank you so much for that. For the economics sir, and there were a few more other teachers who told the accounts ma'am, I guess. So I have already noted all these down, and definitely it's good to know that in case if you're missing out on something. So I'll take those feedback, will convey to the management and the technical team. In case of any improvement required, we'll definitely do the same.
Thanks a lot, Saransh.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you, Deepika ma'am, for arranging this meeting and making things possible. And I
Thank
will
you
be
so much,
sharing the
Mr.
demo
Suneet,
ID.
and thank you so much, Mr. Suneet and Mr. Saransh. It was a really a very good presentation from your side. I hope the teachers will give the feedback individually to me.
Done, ma'am.
Definitely, ma'am. I'll share the demo ID as well in case you need it. And so that the teachers can sit and have a complete access, complete hands-on experience of the platform. And we can discuss about it later on, ma'am, right?
Sure.
Fine. I will end the session and thank you once again, everyone.
Thank
Thanks a
you so
lot.
much. Thank you so much, dear teachers.
Hansraj, Arya sir, Sanskrit you can add additionally. In the starting itself I told that we do not give Sanskrit as a language or subject.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Similarly, that means similarly French and German is also not a part. We have to add.
Yeah, you can. So we will already take it as an additional subject. We will create that subject. You can add content by your own.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.